Now, something that's just emerged from China. New guidelines have been announced that aim to restrict young people playing online video games for long periods. This is going to affect players under the age of 18. Kerry Allen's here from BBC Monitoring. You are across stories that cause waves for us, and this one presumably does.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's so common nowadays in China to see young children playing computer games. I think back to when I was there, I was teaching kindergarten-aged children, and while they were waiting for their classes, they had iPads out, they were playing games, and internet cafes are everywhere, and people are using them extensively.
So this is particularly focused on under 18s. It says they'll be allowed to participate in online games before 10 p.m. Only before 10 p.m. for only 90 minutes on regular days, 3 hours on holidays. But how does that get enforced?
Well, it puts pressure on companies that run these, and one of the big companies, Tencent, which runs a lot of games, so they have the license to put these games on their platforms. They've already got guidelines that if somebody's been playing for a certain amount of time, they just get a restriction. It's like, time's up, you can't play anymore on this. So now it's going to be a case that if people are using these platforms to play games, that come 10 o'clock, they'll get a message telling them, nope, bedtime.
And what's the big problem? I mean, why are they being restricted?
Well, there are a number of problems. One of them, a big government issue, has been the growing myopia, people having problems with their eyes.
Oh, okay.
But also there have been other problems. I mean, this with their eyes, one of the problems recently, people in the dark looking at phones for a long period of time. There have been doctors saying that this has prompted a surge of eye strokes. So people having temporary blindness as a result of staring too long.
Oh my goodness.
And there's other issues related to insomnia. This is a growing problem in China, that people are addicted to these games and they end up just realizing, I mean, I'm a gamer, so I know that, you can just play computer games and then realize that, oh gosh, hours have passed. But yeah, young people, their parents, after they've sent them to bed, they could just be getting their phones out and tapping around.
It's being seen as a real public health issue.
It is, yeah, exactly, yeah. And the government's been saying that it needs to do more to hold children's attention as well, because nowadays they are getting addicted to these games, and there is a big gaming industry in China, production of games just constantly coming out, new games, etc. That kids are getting addicted, and they're not focusing on homework or life. They're just thinking, when can I get back to my phone or my tablet?
My dopamine hits.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know about that. Kerry, thank you very much. I think this is a really fascinating story. I'm sure we'll hear more about it. Thank you.